Sabya, you were at the Dubai FinTech Summit, and Perfios has been 17 years in the market driving business. Tell me, how has the journey been so far, and since you've been the CEO of the company, how has it transformed to the next level?
Oh, it has been an amazing journey. I think roller coaster, that's with everyone. I think any company which is trying to scale from small size to a large conglomerate, it takes time. And the 17 years has been a lot of learning. I call it an immersive journey. Why I call it an immersive journey? Because we were early in the market, trying to disrupt with how the traditional banking used to run. Now when we say we need the decision in real time, like how food is delivered in real time, you need banking products to be delivered in real time. That was very much possible with the power of Perfios. Way back when nobody was imagining. Of course, we started the roots from India. Today we have expanded to 18 countries, taking our solutions across all of these geographies. So how it started as a small idea was to transform the limitations that we all as common consumers used to face in traditional banking. How do we make it frictionless and make it reach to the last mile? That was our objective of the company. And I think in that process, we tried doing a lot of stuff. Now that's difficult to cover in very, very brief, but let me tell you in one sentence. In that process, we became the heart and the soul of the banking. That's why we call it the operating system of VFSI. So we touched all the 4 pillars of VFSI: the banking fraternity, the capital markets fraternity, the insurance fraternity, and the NBFCs and fintech. Now we were the technology enabler, so we created the product as technology-first company, which could do any kind of reading of structured and unstructured data. Doing that, we used to create that and started building vertical solutions for different use cases that the banking and financial institutions require. Now that became transformational with time, because actually the power of reading that data and analyzing gave the power to completely change the customer experience, which became so important today that we can deliver financial products which was unimaginable a decade back in real time. So that's how the transformation journey for Perfios took place.
So you define the transformation journey for us. Tell me, at what stage are we at the cusp of transformation to an even more higher level? Where do you see it all going? Where do you see it all converging?
So when I say transformation, it actually has many layers. So there is an intelligence layer, there is a trust layer, and one that you are saying is where the ultimate convergence happens, is when it becomes frictionless. So all 3 has to tie up. Intelligence layer is the first that we built, which is all the data analytics. It started with digitizing all kind of data, making sense of this data, putting it into different analytics and use cases, and then delivering vertical use cases. That's the intelligence layer. Then when the intelligence was given, the risk increased because we are transacting digitally online. So more and more fraud started happening. So what became core was trust. So you have to then build a lot of anti-fraud solutions. And we build a lot of anti-fraud solutions to detect those, avert those in real time. It is not reactive. So earlier, if you see fraud solutions, fraud will take place. There will be a complaint that will go to the regulator, and then people will try to kind of go behind that, find the system where the lapses was and try to recover, which was almost not possible. What we did with building some of the solutions was, in real time, when somebody is trying to attack and do a fraud, can you detect and avert it? Can you stop it? And that's what we did. So that's a trust layer. And then post that, the convergence that you talk, which is about the ultimate inclusion of you and me, the common man, who is sitting in some further town, who needs the product, the financial products and solutions, seamlessly without any friction, where they lack documents, where they don't have many things, but they need the product uninterrupted. And we could bring that through different journeys that we created, which help them apply sitting from anywhere and getting the financial institution to deliver the products they being any. So that was the journey layer. So I think this is where the convergence is, and that's where I think it's flowing. So I would say 3: intelligence, trust, and then convergence.
So you say about convergence happening. Let me ask you about the money fraudulent activities. That is, that's where a lot of these banks get into, worrisome about their data. See, data sovereignty, if you say, what is going on with this aspect of companies right now at this point of time?
So it is not that companies are not aware. See, financial institutions or banks, the core itself is trust. It is a transaction of money. Money means trust. Without trust, you don't want to keep your money in a bank or a financial institution or capital market, right? You believe them. So where is the problem then? If you trust the bank, where is the problem? The problem is the lack of awareness among the common man. We don't know which one to trust, where to put, where to click, what to do. So I think what people are not realizing is we have not invested enough amount on creating those awareness. And that's where the problem is. So it's a time where there are products and solutions available, but product and solution can only do if people are aware how to use it, which is common man. I'm not saying the banks are not aware, but the common man sitting in a small town, 100 kilometers if you go left and right, if they are not aware, fraudster will take advantage of that. So we're trying to avoid that and creating not only products, we are investing even alongside with bank to create that awareness. That's what we are making a difference.
So do you think, with this all set of technologies like companies, Perfios is giving to the banks are ultimately cutting down their size and more of productivity is coming? And do you even think everybody in the banking system should have technological know-how more than the banking products themselves?
So I would say, technology is at the forefront. In today's age and generation, if you try to avoid technology, you will be called a laggard. The reason is it's not about how my parents used to do banking versus me versus my next gen who doesn't even want to go to a branch. So what is the medium that you will be making the financial product accessible to them? Through technology, right? So if it is through technology, it is better to admire that, appreciate that, and bring about the best technology instead of compromising somewhere. Now coming to the next point, you're saying that there is enhancement of productivity. Yes, absolutely. Technology is supposed to enhance productivity. What does that mean? Throwing away people or laying off people? The answer is no. The people who are available today have to reskill and upskill so that they can do much better, intelligent stuff than manual labor. So what we are trying to say is, earlier, they were doing a lot of manual. There is in a bank, there is two lingos that gets used, the maker and checker. Technology will solve a lot of work for a maker. Checker can still be there. So you become intelligent as a resource to complement technology instead of technology disrupting you completely. See, technology should always be an enabler and will remain as an enabler.
Thank you so much for talking to us. It's been very insightful talking to you and lovely meeting you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.